on football.
Balotelli. Aguero! Staggering! Just staggering!
Basketball.
Stop! 14 from Stop putting Seattle and the Supersonics with the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's different teams.
Tennis.
Oh, come on, Rafa Nadal!
Formula One.
It's lights out and away we go. Russell does get away well, as does Max Verstappen. And Valtteri Bottas has got his teammate right alongside him already. Sergio Perez is trying to challenge as George Russell goes into the first 10, and George Russell takes the lead.
Boxing.
And he's going for it. Catches Joshua. Wow! Joshua!
And fans, time to rep your favorite teams. Only on Super Breakfast Sports Show. Weekdays, Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. Super Breakfast Sports. Thrilling, captivating, and electrifying.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to this terrific edition of Super Breakfast Sports with me, Merit J, on your number one family lifestyle talk and urban radio, Super 93.3 FM, Port Harcourt. Today is Tuesday, the 5th day of July 2022. On the show today, we'll be taking a look at the Nigeria's Super Falcons. Now, before you come for me, just hold on a bit. I know I said they were going to win last night. I even predicted a 2-1 result in favor of the Super Falcons. But you know, sometimes these things happen. But if we're being honest, it's more than sometimes now. The Super Falcons have been beaten by South Africa in 3 out of their last 4 meetings. And considering all that's going on in African women's football, we're asking you this morning, are the Super Falcons still the best female national team in Africa? We'll be hearing from Brighton Adozie on the show this morning. And as always, we'd like to hear from you as well. Get in touch with us via social media. We're live streaming at Super FMPH on Facebook. We have a post up, so you can go there and drop your comments as well. And you can feel free to text us on WhatsApp when we read the phone lines, and also put your phone calls through when we throw them open. Are the Super Falcons still the best team in Africa? Without wasting any more time, because we have a lot of tennis stories and a lot of transfer stories this morning. Vamos. All right, good morning once again. Welcome to Super Breakfast Sports. We'll start with the obvious one, South Africa's 2-1 win over the Super Falcons yesterday. It's not the very best of stories, but we have to take it anyway. South Africa's Banyana. It's South Super Falcons 2-1 in the opening match of Group C at the 12 Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco yesterday. Jermaine Senwe put Banyana ahead on the hour mark before Hilda Magaya's fine finish 2 minutes later put the Zaire Ellis team in control. The Super Falcons looked rejuvenated after Francisca Ordega and Uche Nakanu came into the fray for Azizat Oshola and Ifeoma Onumonu, respectively, and reduced the deficit in the 92nd minute, courtesy of Rashidat Ajibade. But it was too late as South Africa bagged all 3 points. Defending champions Nigeria will be hoping to bounce back with a win against Botswana on Thursday night, whereas a win for South Africa against Burundi will earn them a place in the quarter-finals. And still staying at the WAFCON 2022, still in Group C, Botswana outclassed Burundi 4-2 in what was a battle of Women's Africa Cup of Nations debutants last night. A second-half brace from Refilwe Thiolkele inspired the Mers to a comfortable win against Gustave Niyonkuru's side inside the Stade Moulay Hassan in Morocco yesterday. And following Nigeria's loss to South Africa at the ongoing 2022 Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco, head coach of Nigeria Women Football League champions Bayelsa Queens, Moses Aduku, has stressed that if given the opportunity, he believes that the NWFL Super 6 most valuable player, Monday Gift, will bring a new positive energy into the Super Falcons team. Speaking to Super FM, Coach Aduku, who tutored the Super Falcons striker during the last NWFL Super 6 tournament, maintained that if played in the right position, the diminutive forward will surely deliver the goods for the team.
For me, I think she's going to bring a positive energy into the team. She's going to contribute her own quota when given the opportunity to play. I just pray that she's played at the right position, and I know she will deliver.
The gaffer also revealed that despite Monday Gift being with the Super Falcons for the WAFCON 2022 in Morocco, reigning NWFL champions Bielsa Queens are exploring ways to keep the on-loan FC Robo Queens striker at the club.
The club management is still seeing what we can do to see how we can keep her for the continental engagement, but work in progress.
Now, on a separate matter, head coach of Nigeria Women Football League NWFL champions Bielsa Queens Moses Aduku has revealed the readiness of the Bielsa Queens to make Nigeria proud at the second edition of the CAF Women's Champions League. Recall that on Sunday, after a congress which held in Rabat, Morocco, CAF announced Morocco as host for the second edition of the CAF Women's Champions League, which is expected to kickstart in October this year. According to the title-winning coach, Bielsa Queens have already begun preparations ahead of what will be their maiden appearance at Africa's foremost women's club football tournament.
I think first and foremost, preparation is key. And already Bielsa Queens has kick-started preparation. We've been able to play some good friendly games like playing against the Super Falcons, playing against Nasarawa Amazon. And there are other friendly matches lined up for the team to play. If we get our preparation right, I want to believe that with God on our side, we will make the nation proud. It's not that Rivers did not do well, but that's just the first edition. So we go in there and we try to see what we can do to make the nation proud.
Recall that Rivers Angels were Nigeria's representative at the last edition of the CAF Women's Champions League, which was the maiden edition, but failed to progress from the group stage after what many termed as a below-par outing. And talking about club football here in Nigeria, this for Rivers United. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has hailed newly crowned Nigeria League champions Rivers United for their historic feat. The pride of Rivers emerged as the 2021-2022 Nigeria Professional League football winners, their first title in their history. In a letter from the FIFA president addressed to President of Nigeria Football Federation Amaju Pinnick and made public by the Nigeria Football Federation, the Swiss Italian praised the club and gave out his heartiest congratulations to the champions Rivers United for their fabulous performance. Infantino said, and I quote, "It gives me great pleasure that I congratulate Rivers United for having been crowned 2021-2022 champions of Nigeria. This title could not have been achieved without the entire team's hard work, passion and dedication, and everyone at the club can be very proud. Please extend my congratulations to everybody involved in this great achievement. On behalf of the entire football community, I also take this opportunity to thank you and your federation for your contribution to the development and prosperity of football in Nigeria, in your region, and in Africa." End of quote. Rivers United, remember, emerged winners of the 2021-2022 NPFL title with 4 matches to spare and are currently on a record-breaking 74-point total, 10 points ahead of second place Plateau United with 2 more matches until the end of the current season. Now to matters of interest on the African continent. Following CAF's announcement on the planned launch of the CAF Super League, Port Harcourt-based international sports journalist Fisayo Dairo has referred to CAF's announcement as vague, stating that at the moment it is difficult to see how CAF intends to execute the Super League project.
I will really like to give CAF the benefit of the doubt at this point because for me, it's ambiguous and it is. I struggle to see how it's going to run. In a peculiar continent like Africa, where traveling is a mess, where logistics and facilities, if it's not Northern Africa or Southern Africa, the rest is a mess, basically. So I struggle to see how it's going to happen. But I would like to give CAF the benefit of the doubt to see how it runs in the first season.
He also questioned the possibility of having the proposed Super League run side by side with the other already existing CAF inter-club competitions.
How it will run, that will not affect the Champions League and the Confederation Cup because these are some of the things that did not allow it to see the light of the day in Europe. And how feasible is it going to be? Or are we going to be running a tournament of the big clubs alone? And how will it incorporate into the CAF calendar as well? These are the questions. I just hope that it's not one of those decisions that CAF makes and come back a year or 2 years later to rescind and to say we are not doing anymore. But let me give them the benefit of the doubt this first year to see how they really go about it.
In his words, CAF ought to have made known the modus operandi of the tournament and the requirements for teams willing to participate in it by now.
We really need to see the framework. CAF cannot be saying they want to start the Super League and then by now we have not seen, the modus operandi, how it's going to be. So what will it require? Will it require teams of specific facilities, of specific financial health, because this should be paramount.
He, however, insisted that despite the Nigeria Professional Football League being ranked as the 12th best league in Africa, Nigeria teams such as league champions Rivers United, two-time African champions Eyimba, and former NPFL champions Akwa United have what it takes to be part of the proposed CAF Super League.
Well, Nigeria still remains a big team in a big country in Africa. And if CAF says it's going to start, yes, 24 teams in Africa, a Nigerian team will surely be there. If you ask me, is it going to be Rivers United, Eyimba, or Akwa United? Maybe one of these three teams, I think, from face value, because they have the minimum requirements in terms of facilities. There is an international airport in Port Harcourt and Uyo. And then, because these are some of the things I expect will be the minimum requisites to participate in such a big competition.
Now to other sports stories, and according to the Sporting Sun, the Lagos state government has boosted school sports with donation of sports equipment to 6 education districts, while also tasking heads of schools to encourage participation in sports among the students to ensure holistic education in line with the theme agenda of the government. The government, through the Lagos State Sports Trust Fund, as the LSSTF, has donated sports equipment to the 644 schools to encourage sporting activities in schools across the state. Speaking at the presentation of the sports equipment by the LSSTF to the 6 educational divisions in the state, the Lagos State Deputy Governor Femi Hamzat said the government believes in holistic education system, adding that the gesture was a bold statement in line with the theme agenda of the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration. The Deputy Governor, who was represented by the Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Deputy Governor, Mrs. Mojishola Daba, said the gesture was aimed at restoring the glory of the state as the leading state in sports administration. Table tennis boards, spikes, jerseys, balls, volleyballs, relay batons, chessboards, Scrabble equipment, as well as first aid boxes were among the equipment distributed to the schools in Lagos. And now for our big discussion this morning, centered around the Super Falcons of Nigeria, let us connect with Brighton Adozie on this program this morning. All right, we've been joined on the show this morning by Brighton Adozie, who's a sports journalist based here in Port Harcourt, River State, to talk about the issues around the Super Falcons in Morocco. Good morning to you, Brighton. Thanks for joining us on Super Breakfast Sports this morning.
Good morning, Mary J, and good morning, beautiful people of Port Harcourt. It's good to be on the show.
Well, obviously, Super Falcons yesterday lost to the Banyana of South Africa by 2-1. I know I was here yesterday to say the Super Falcons will beat Banyana by 2-1. I will not run away from that, but it ended 2-1, not in favor of Super Falcons, but in favor of the Banyana. What do you make of that game yesterday?
It just shows that other countries are beginning to catch up on us when it comes to football here in the country. I remember 3-4 years ago, Banyana or Cameroon national team, or even in Senegal or Morocco, Burkina Faso, they won't even come close to the Super Falcons. But what is happening now, it shows that you are not getting something right here in the country when it comes to our football. I'm not maybe Penny, the president of Nigeria Football Federation, has not covered himself with glory. If you check the last time we played against Banyana, you will see that we have issues. We played against them in the Aisha Buhari Cup. We lost 1-0 here in the home scene. We've not even played against them in South Africa. We've not even played against them in South Africa. And now at Morocco, we've also lost to them. The issue is that we have a lot of players playing in the Nigeria team, but do they have what it takes to represent the Nigeria, to wear the green, white, green? Asisat Oshoala, fantastic player, she's playing in the Barcelona Feminine. But for the past 3 years now, we've not seen the best out of Asisat Oshoala. So why can't the coach go with a new front three? Maybe you need to come from the bench, struggle before she gets the starting shed to show that she needs to be serious. Because if you check the likes of Gift Monday that was being introduced to the national team, the goal that was scored was not even scored. Even the assist was not even made by Asisat Oshoala. It was even that scored the goals for the Super Falcons to show that we have issue when it comes to our attacking first. We need to work on our attackers. And we lost 2 goals to 1 against South Africa. Banaya. The main issue should be our second game, not even the first game. The second game we are going to play against Botswana. Botswana defeat Burundi 4 goals to 2. Now, if South Africa, while we are struggling to play against Botswana on Thursday by 9 p.m., while we are struggling to play against Botswana, South Africa will be throwing against Burundi. Now, our last game on Sunday by 6 p.m. against Burundi, I don't think we can even beat Botswana. Not to talking about Burundi. So we have a lot of problems. We need to fix our hands going into the next game against Botswana on Thursday by 9 p.m.
Oh, well, a lot of issues, like you rightly mentioned, especially in that final third. Ifeoma Numunu and Asisat Oshoala, who started the game, they were caught wanting all too many times. They did not play like we expected them to play. But is it perhaps a case of inexperience? Now I know we have veterans in that team. Onome AB is in the team. We also have Asisat Oshoala, who has played in several editions of the Women's Nations Cup here in Africa. But we also have, new players who are coming into the team for the very first time, to play in a major tournament for the very first time. The likes of Ashley Prompter, who did well, the Payne sister, Tony Payne, and her sister, Nicole Payne, and all these kind of players. Monday Gift playing at the WAFCON for the first time. And also we have a coach, Randy Waldrum, who is currently at his first major tournament with the Super Falcons. Are these factors why perhaps the Super Falcons have not, got off to the right start in Morocco?
First, before I even talk about that, I will just take our mind back to the team we lost again. We know that to lose the game is certain. Yes, in football, you win and lose, and also draw. But the manner in which the Super Falcons lost the game yesterday, it shows that the class what have played us from the defense. There was no transition from the defense to the attack, from the attack to the mid, from the defense to the midfield, from the midfield to the attack. There was nothing like a solid transition from the team. And if you talk about the experience, we should not even start talking about experience because these players, they have a lot coming coming to this game. Playing in big teams, there in Europe, and coming to the team, I don't think they need to adapt to any circumstances. What they need to do is to hit the ground running. That is why we introduced them to the team. That is why they did not pass through tests. When I mean tests, not through selection. You will know that this team is the best. That's the best you can offer. Go there and put your heart in the ring. Give us something that we want to see. Let it be draw. Our first game against Banana, even if we lose against Burkina Faso, I won't be angry. But we are losing against teams just like the Super Eagles losing against Cameroon. Remember what Cameroon did to us in 2002 World Cup? Just like us, we losing to them. So we are losing to our arch rivals. That is the issue. And they outplayed us. So experience, yes, Banana team, they don't have a lot of experience, I doubt. They don't have a lot of players, I doubt. Compared to what we are seeing, we are parading. We are parading one of the best players in the African scene, the female African scene, Asisat Oshoala. We are parading one of the best midfielders too. The Super Falcons are also parading. So we have a lot to play for us. The coach of the Super Eagles, Super Falcons, Wandon, he has a lot of work to do. And these players, although they are not together for a couple of years, but we need to bring the best out of the players. How can we bring the best out of players? Make them to fight for sport, not just to select them and put in a certain lineup.
All right, a final question for you, and I'd like to really appreciate you for your time on the show this morning. Final question. With everything that has happened in the last couple of years, are the Super Falcons, in your opinion, still the best team in Africa? I know there's still a long ways to go before the end of the tournament. They could still, qualify for the World Cup, could still win the tournament eventually. We saw that happen in 2018 when they lost the first game to South Africa and eventually went on to win the tournament against South Africa in the final. So with everything that has happened, the growth of South Africa, teams like Morocco stepping up to the plate, are the Super Falcons still the best team in Africa realistically, or are we just banking on past glory?
If you had to ask me this question 2 years ago, I would say Super Falcons are the best team. But as it stands, I will give it to the Banana team. Because these guys, you don't watch the way they played yesterday. You watch the way they play against Aisha Barikov. And you will see that these players, they're not just playing for playing sake. They want to represent South African team. They are playing with their heart in the ring. So about this, I would say that Super Falcons, they're real. But for now, they need to be at their best for me to start considering them as the best African team presently. But they are good, for sure. They are good. But to say they are the best, I need to start raising my eyebrows because what I saw in the last 2 years from the Super Falcons is nothing to write home about.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Brighton Adozie.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, we've been speaking to Brighton Adozie on the issue of the Super Falcons, and the phone lines have been buzzing. We'll take your calls now, and also your messages on our Facebook, where we're live streaming at Super FM PH. If you've not dropped your Facebook message, you can head on there to our Facebook page at Super FM PH to drop yours. The phone lines to call us by 0705 079 1021 and 0811 743 1021. If you cannot get through the phone lines, you can drop a message on our WhatsApp line 0905 948 1021. Good morning to you. Welcome to Super Breakfast Sports. Lost that one. Good morning to you. Welcome to Super Breakfast Sports.
Hello, Mary. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mohammed.
Mohammed Awad.
All right, go ahead.
Mary J. You see this country. People where they give us problem now journalists. Don't they give us problem because we don't even know. We will not study anything for football. If we follow on our own, we will just die.
Well, how do you mean?
How person go blame? How person go blame Amadou Nevin for this issue now? Where these girls they go do one careless performance. Waiting around the one drum they do. Now Amadou Nevin go give the instruction. I didn't go give the game plan. I wonder whether they pay at the wardrobe for that game where I see yesterday. It's very embarrassing. South Africa gave better game plan, very quality game plan, tactics wisely, they pass us everything, they pass us. Our coach stand there, they lose this. I don't know what they lose. Okay. We get foreign players, very better, great players. I don't know. This one not the administration issue. Now, coaching, nothing they teach them is. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Mohammed Awal, you made an assertion and you also, corrected yourself. When some journalists start talking about Amadou Melvin Pinnick in instances like this, it has to also do with the appointment of the coach. If you don't get it is the NFF's prerogative to appoint a coach for the national teams. And that's why some journalists, instead of attacking the coach, would attack the NFF for appointing them in the first place. Good morning to you. Welcome to Super Breakfast Sports.
Good morning. My name is Desire.
Good morning to you.
I'm calling from Tanzania.
Go ahead, sir.
Honestly, if we talk about yesterday match, I'll be short of words. Now, did you see the way the Bafana gets played?
Yeah, the Bayana, yes.
Sorry, Bayana name. They were so determined and brilliant. That is to say, we are playing the champions. And because they are champions, does not mean we will fall low to them. The kind of quality players Nigeria use and go to that nation cup. I think I was looking at it that it will be 5-0, 4-0, 3-0. At the end of the day, they carry the cup and come back. But with what I saw yesterday, I doubt if they will qualify in that group. Did you let us see what Botswana played in Burundi?
Yeah, 4-2.
You see that kind of a football that when people are well organized, we cannot see accurate pass from the Nigerian girls. They're all professional. And the future, why keeping this girl on the bench until she came in before they make that impact? Why keeping her on the bench? You see, our coaches sometimes, I don't know, when we begin to say, it's like this people, then they take bribes. People go say, why are choosing them?
Right.
Allegedly.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when you see what is play out on the pitch, you know that there are people that is supposed to use to play such a player. Oh God, look at small girls. We have players in Nigeria that can
Mr. Desire, I understand your grievance, but unfortunately, I have to let you go now so that we can let other calls through. We would have ample time to talk about this, certainly. I know Sky would not miss out on the opportunity to troll me by 5 p.m. because I said the Super Falcons was going to win. I'll take it anyways. Good morning to you. Welcome to Super Breakfast Sports.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm calling from Bunabani.
Mr. Arthur Opara, go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
What happened yesterday was, if you remember when I called yesterday, I told all that South Africa is not a banana peel. South Africa is not a team that you overlook at this time. Ask your guy that calls the question. Say, is Nigeria still the best? Falcon is still the best team in Africa?
Yes,
the answer is no.
Okay.
The answer now is no. They answered you very well. But for the past years, we were. But right now, we are not.
Right.
But ranking, I don't know how people rank their team. People can still come up with we being the best team. But right now, we cannot play South Africa. If we play South Africa three matches as a rule, look at them beating us in a row now. Beat us here in Nigeria and go to Morocco or where and beat us again yesterday. So, I mean, we should really prepare again.
All right.
This our female team should really prepare again for them to still retain that title, number one in Africa.
All right, thank you so much for your thoughts, Mr. Arthur Opara. We'll see if we can squeeze a couple more, at least one more call through. But let's get the thoughts from the guys on Facebook. Raf Icon is making a comment on our Facebook page at Super FMPH. If you've not done that, you can go to our Facebook page to do that as well. He says, answering the question whether Super Falcons are still the best team in Africa, he says no. They are just dwelling on the past glory. The earlier they wake up and work, the better. Okay, another one from Victor Beki. He says they failed to be super against the Banyana. Ikechukwu Joseph says Nigerians. So a team can no longer lose a match again. We must win all the matches because we are Nigerians. Was it not the same team that won the last edition after losing the opening match against the same South Africa? Yes, fair point to you, Ikechukwu Joseph. Like I already mentioned, they won it the last edition in 2018 after losing the first game versus the Banyana of South Africa. So who says history cannot repeat itself once more? From Ulushola James, he says the Super Falcons may have lost to the Banyana, but they still remain the best in Africa. They will bounce back stronger and sparkling. However, the gap between them and the rest of the chasing pack is getting slimmer, with South Africa, Ghana, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, and Zambia leading the hot chase. And unfortunately, that is the much we can take from the phone lines and also from our Facebook page. We will be back by 5 p.m. And like I already said, Sky would not miss out on this topic because I said it was going to end 2-1. I was correct with the prediction, but instead of the Super Falcons on the winning side, they were on the receiving end. A couple bit of tennis stories. Simona Halep into the quarterfinals of the Wimbledon now, defeated Paula Badoza 6-1, 6-2. Amanda Anisimova defeated Harmony Tan 6-2, 6-3. So the fairy tale ended for Harmony Tan yesterday. And in the men's singles draw, we saw some interesting matchups yesterday. Rafael Nadal easily dispatching Botic van der Zalschop 6-2, 6-4, 6-2, 7-6. And Taylor Fritz into his first quarterfinal 6-3, 6-1, 6-4 victory over Jason Kubler. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Thank you for staying tuned to 93, a Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt, your number one family lifestyle talk and urban radio station. There are more exciting programs coming your way, so I urge you to stay tuned and keep listening to Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt.
We know what you want and how you want it.
You're Super FM. Yeah!
Everyone needs a superhero.